Hey there, this is Katherine Cartwright. Welcome. I've got a video today featuring some paper from Echo Park that is called Monster Mash. I have another video out there that was a different paper pack called Halloween that I released, I think, last week. And so I wanted to follow up with another paper pack that I had shown earlier. And this one is called Monster Mash. So on these bigger videos where I make a bunch of cards, I'm going to make, I think, 25 in this one. And so I'll give you some details in the beginning, and then I'm probably going to tell you some more Halloween stories. In my last video featuring that Halloween paper, I told some stories growing up, and I was thinking I might share some of my costumes that I've had as an adult for Halloween. So anyway, so all of these cards are going to be, the finished cards are A2, which is 5.5 inches by 4.25. Now in these paper packs, the one I'm using is a 12 by 12. There is paper, and then there's also some stickers. So you'll see me pull some of these stickers off a sticker sheet throughout the video. And then I also purchased the Ephemera pack and the Frames pack. I got all of these at scrapbook.com maybe a month or so ago. I hope they're still in stock, but you may already have them in your stash. So anyway, so a lot of these paper packs have the different size papers, and that this one right here is a 4 by 6 paper, the Boo Crew, but I trimmed it down to be 4 by 5.25. So I could just layer this onto my card. I'm going to add some stickles to some of these things when I use the products like this when I'm making a bunch of cards. I like to use my stickles, glitter glue, this one is diamond, to add some shine to my cards. So I've made a ton of Halloween cards. I've really been in the Halloween zone this year. And then they're also included in this paper pack, and there is a previous video that shows all the paper up close. So you're getting another glimpse at it in this video, but I didn't use every little scrap of paper that I had. And there's some leftover ephemera and frames and tags. So, but it's very cute. It's very kid-friendly, lots of fun colors, bright colors. You can see this paper is full of candy in different shades. Very high quality Echo Park. I've been getting their stuff for several years now. I have not seen any change in the quality. It is still, in my opinion, just as good as it was a few years ago when I really discovered their brand. I think I actually discovered them at maybe like a scrapbook expo. They had one in Georgia, fairly close to where I live. It's in the same state, maybe an hour or two away. And that's where I really discovered their paper packs, because they used to have kind of a booth that had a bunch of paper packs. And so that's how I kind of got turned on to them. And I have enjoyed using their products ever since. You'll see an occasional layer that I add in here. This orange paper, I've cut it just a little bit larger than the top piece. And so sometimes I'll do that just to kind of break up the space, so to speak. And I honestly am almost out of black paper. I use True Black from Papertreyink. I like to buy their packs. I've used almost 2 packs completely up in these 2 videos. And then I also used up Orange Zest, which is also a Papertreyink paper. If you've never tried their cardstock, it is great. Very, very high quality. I love the colors. I have been using their products, certainly their paper, on and off over the years, and have always been very pleased with it. But now I've got to, I've actually used something up, so I get to place an order for some more cardstock. I love their cardstock because it's solid all the way through, and again, very high quality. So I'm just continuing to layer these things on. In this video, I'm not going to add any foam adhesive to pop it up. Sometimes I will in my own cards that I just make for fun in these videos when I'm making like 20 cards for time. So you're not here for 2 hours watching me make this. I've already pre-cut things, and then I'm kind of putting them together. You are going to see in a minute I'm going to have a problem with a card that I'm going to leave in here because when I make mistakes, I want you to see them. I do kind of plan things out. Well, this one's about to go off the rails. This is not the one I'm talking about, but I forgot about this one where I should have glued the trick or treat down first and then put my little sticker on there. So I've kind of got some glue smeared over there that hopefully won't be too noticeable. And I'm adding some of these sticker sheets, and a little well-placed bat will hopefully mitigate the mistake on that one. But some of my Halloween costumes, I was thinking about this today as I was working on these cards. And as an adult, some of the costumes, we don't dress up that much. We did dress up more when our children were little. And at our church, we have a kind of fall festival thing. Harvest Party actually is what it's called. Okay, hold on. I'll get to that. But this is where things are going to kind of go off the rails on this card. I used some of this kind of glossy glue, and I really wanted to add these stars. But this, as you can tell, just turned into a big old mess. I should have probably placed the stars instead of just kind of dumping them on there, and then I'm trying to fix it, and it just still is really a hot mess. And so I'm not going to end up using this card. I'll show it to you at the end, but you can see it's stuck all over my fingers and it's all over my craft mat, and it just turned into a big old mess. So I'll have to make another card in place of that one. So back to the harvest party. So when our children were small, we would do trunk or treat. Well, I guess I should say when they were a little bit bigger, where they could kind of run around on their own without constant supervision from us when they were more like middle school. We would dress up as a family. One year we were scarecrows, and we had kind of a little pumpkin patch that we set up with some bales of hay, and we had some little signs and stuff. We took some mum plants with us and had a million little pumpkins from our yard that we had on our porch that we took with us, and that was a really fun one where we all were kind of little scarecrow looking people. And then one year we were salt and pepper. My husband and I were salt and pepper, like the Shakers. And people would come by and say, "Hey, you look like salt and pepper." So anyway, I'll try to post a picture of it. I think I'm going to do a little Halloween post of some of our costumes that were a lot of fun, that we enjoyed doing those. So we the last few years we've done kind of a pumpkin patch theme because it's been easy, and as our kids have gotten older, it's been harder to get them all together. But we always enjoy doing that as a family and trying to come up. Oh, our favorite one probably would be we were Scooby-Doo and the gang. I was Velma. My daughter was Daphne, who's a redhead. So she was Daphne. My husband was Freddie. And the picture, his hair turned out... This really makes me laugh. I'm sorry. I know I'm just sitting here kind of just carrying on, and y'all are like, I don't even know who this person is. And she's sharing all her personal life. But anyway, that's just part of the crafting experience right now for me. But no, we kind of spray painted his hair. He's sort of like a dirty blonde, and it ended up being green, like the green on this paper that I'm about to show you. That basically was his hair, but it was too late to make any changes. And so those are kind of legendary pictures in our family. Daddy with the green hair that was supposed to be blonde. I guess his hair color just kind of turned it a little bit. I'm not sure. And then my other daughter was like kind of a little go-go dancer girl as part of the troupe. So we didn't have Scooby-Doo with us, but we definitely represented. But that was a really fun one that we did all those years ago. And another memorable one as an adult, the one time that I painted my face, like my whole face, I decided this would be a really good idea. I was going to be a witch, and so I painted my face with this green paint, and I thought I did a pretty good job. And I maybe had a wig or something on. I'm not even sure if there's a picture out there of it. It was so long ago, long before cell phones. But I did it so well, nobody knew who I was. I had to keep telling everybody who I was because they had no idea who I was. So, because my face was painted green and they just couldn't figure it out. So I decided that that would be the last time that I would paint my entire face because nobody was going to recognize me. It's amazing the power of, facial recognition. And so that one didn't go quite as well as I planned. So I definitely have never done like a full face paint again. I learned my lesson. I was also going to say back to this paper kit that I mentioned, there's some 4x6 papers. There's also some 3x4 papers like this cute Eat, Drink, and Be Scary. And I know I mentioned it in my last video. If you like to scrapbook, there are definitely some scrapbook elements in this one. Probably more in this one, even more than in the Halloween pack that I shared previously. You could do a lot with this one if you like to scrapbook. So I am going to add a little bit of a layer here. I've got my little paper trimmer, and I decided since that October 31st is kind of busy on that cute little pumpkin paper that I needed to put a layer in between and try and break that up. I guess I could have used green as well, but I'm actually really low on green cardstock too. Kind of the bright green that I like to use. I'm kind of low on it as well, so I'm going to be definitely having to replenish some of my card. Okay, so I will be having to order some more cardstock. Sorry, my cat has been meowing at the door, and I had to stop for a second. I think it's a full moon tonight, and it definitely feels like it at my house. Okay, so I've got that layer cut, and then I'm going to add one of these cute little stickers. These stickers are really, really cute. I know I mentioned the paper quality is really good. Their stickers are really good too. And the ephemera, I've always enjoyed using those as well. Very high quality. Okay, and here's another one here. I love the little boo on the back with the trick or treat. So cute. And so I would love to hear, in my last video, I did a card recently where I was talking about candy corn, and I was asking, the burning question was if you eat candy corn or not, if you enjoy candy corn. I got some interesting responses that some people do eat it, most people don't eat it. Some people use it as decor, like in a vase or something, and I thought that was an interesting idea. I had never really thought about using the candy corn as a decor element, I think because I end up eating it all. So it never really makes it to any kind of jar for storage because it's usually in my belly. So my question today is if you've ever had a fun costume as an adult that you enjoyed, and if so, why? Did it work? Did it not work? We've had some costumes that have not worked. Obviously, that one I mentioned where I was dressed up with full face paint and nobody knew who I was at a party. It was a little bit awkward to be basically a complete stranger. I kind of felt like I was crashing the party, to be honest, because I think the host was like, "Who are you?" So again, lesson learned. All right, on this card, I cut out Boo. There is an older diamond press set that has these cute alphabets. I don't remember the name, and I'm confident it's not available anymore. They usually just release one product at a time when they do, and then that's it. It's a one of. But I have really enjoyed this die set, and so I'm just trying to use my ruler to have this straight. I'm not really sure it ended up being straight. The trouble with a patterned paper on a patterned paper, which I discovered as I was creating this card, is that a lot of times it is hard to make it look like it's straight. And so sometimes I wonder if these are straight or not, but it doesn't look, I don't think it's quite straight, but that's okay. I'm going to try and work the problem and fix it. So it's not terrible, but I think with the pattern on the pattern, I should have put it onto maybe like a green piece of cardstock or a purple, something that coordinated with the paper pack. I should have taken that extra step. That is how I first would have solved it, and I would have made sure it was straight. So putting the pattern on the pattern, I think it just got a little too busy on this one. But I like the idea of it, so I'm happy with that, I guess I should say. So I found this little bit of twine. I'm pretty sure this is from Lawn Fawn. I have had it forever. They have great twine products. and I'm assuming they still make them. I don't know, but I have had this one a long time. I think this was like a candy corn theme that I thought would be cute to try and break up maybe the not quite straightness of this card. Okay, and then I've got these adorable candy corn. Speaking of candy corn, I thought it would be a good idea to pull out those 2 little candy corns and add them on there. All right, so I love this purple paper. It is so, so pretty. There are a couple of little sticker elements here, these 2 little ghouls, so to speak, the little ghost and the little monster. Very, very cute. And then I'm going to add a couple of these little strips. This is Halloween. It's a party. And I don't know if you do anything for Halloween where you live. We don't really do too much now that our children are grown, but I always enjoy the holiday, and I love to see the sweet little children come by with their little pails, and especially the little ones who are a little scared and don't really kind of know what this is, asking, trick or treat. And so I always enjoy seeing what I call the little bitties, the little bitty friends that come by, and that always is such a joy for us. And so moving on, I'm going to finish up this card. I've got this Celebrate sticker that fits perfectly on this little window. I was going to stamp something in there, but I just didn't have a sentiment that was quite small enough to fit in there, and I love the way that orange looks in the little window, so that is where that is going to go. And then once I glue that down, I'm going to add another one of these cute little stickers here, and then I will finish that off with a couple of more elements. I don't want to waste any of these stickers, and I still have a fair amount left, even having done all of these cards. Definitely going to add some candy onto this one. Okay, and that one is ready to go. And that was the replacement for the extra card I made to replace the one that just didn't end up working out, like I said earlier. Okay, so here's just a little recap of all these cards. Again, A2 sized, adding a little bit of stickles, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And now I am definitely ready for Halloween and to send some of these out to some of my favorite people this time of year. And so I'm just recapping all of them. I did make 25, 26 if you count the one that just didn't work out. And so I had a lot of fun with it. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you have a favorite costume that you ever dressed up in. I guess you could be a child in it too, but I was thinking of as an adult if you've ever dressed up in something that was fun. But you can leave your comment in the comment section. And here's that one that just didn't work out. It just turned into a hot mess, and so that one will be replaced, and I will put in another one in its spot. So here are the 25. Thanks so much for watching and listening to me this Halloween season. I think I've told you all my stories about Halloween, and I wish you and yours a great October and Halloween season, and I'll see you next time.